Hello. I hope you're doing well. Let me adjust the microphone a little bit. Okay. Testing, 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 testing. You can see the shadow from the camera right here, so I will try to be a little bit further out like this. What's up? Long time no see. I'm sorry I've been a little bit absent. There were 9 days last week where I basically just couldn't film. And a lot of you know that about a week leading up to my monthly, I'm just a very unproductive person. I'm sure many of us are. It can be quite debilitating mentally and physically, so body says rest, so I rest. But I'm much better today. Yay! Because it's already started. So, but anyway, I thought I would just do a rambling video for you guys. And I've never really showed you my bedroom yet. I'm pretty happy with it now. For the first couple months living here, this vanity was on that side of the room, and it was wonderful there for the purpose of reflecting light from the window. So it created this illusion that there was a faux window on that side as well. And that's what I love about mirrors, is it creates more light, bounces more light off of it, and creates an illusion of a bigger space or an extra window or something like that. There's a side note, a lot of birds out here and wildlife, so I basically traded traffic sounds and pedestrians for animal sounds. I honestly thought I was going to be able to film here more throughout the day. Turns out that wasn't the case. So we're back at square one in terms of filming opportunities. But the nature sounds are so nice. I personally don't mind it. So I hope that you'll be okay with it. And should any animal make such an alarming noise, I will cut it out. So anyway, one of the best things I've done is move my vanity from there to here for multiple reasons. Not just for the purpose of, but of course, having the best light for getting ready, doing your makeup, just being able to see well, and doing makeup in daylight is probably one of the best things you can do for your getting ready. But also, I gave an opportunity to have a lot of my plants that love bright indirect light to really thrive. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. All my heavy plants, and just do some rambling. I'm actually actually surprised at how talkative I am right now because before I pressed record, I was all in my head, as we all can be, trying to plan this, improve this, be better at this, listen to this, all the while finding our center. And I was just listening to relaxing meditation music today, all day. So I decided I needed to relax. So I hope you find this ASMR video relaxing as well. Let me just check to see how close I can approach without having the shadow of the camera being in the shadow. Too close. Okay. Then let's move the microphone out. That's fine, I guess. And over here is a little bit better. Okay. So, I want to first show you my propagations. Okay, so I have a Tradescantia Nanook in a pot right now, actually. Look at this cool little mirror. Oh, that's me. I will show you, there I am. A little earring there. Okay, something like that. So, let's move on to the different propagations. First one I will show you is this little zebra plant. I forget the species or the Latin word. I think it's Alejandrosa or something. But look how cute. So, this is actually a plant from my sister. She had it for some time, and then it just all lost its leaves, where it was just these two, and it was in a green pot, which is that one. No, actually, I put it in that one. So yeah, it had two leaves, and so I decided to bring it here, and I had it downstairs in the kitchen, where it sprouted two more tiny leaves. But after some time of moving it, experimenting where it should go, learning about its needs, and this plant is quite needy. Everything has to be just right, like just right. The two leaves fell off, so then I was left with these two only. But let me just show you. I have some two new rootings, if you can tell. These two just came this week after only having these two leaves, after the previous two fell. And so it took 2 months for these two baby ones to grow. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, so this was Valentine's Day that I did that. I decided I needed to change its conditions, so I cut it from the stem, and I separated the stem in a pot, which I had tried to put a humidity dome over it. It didn't work for that, so it actually molded and died, but I put it outside in case it'll survive. Although I know it needs really high humidity and warm temperatures and all that. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I had this stem, and I decided to put it in water, because I've seen people put it in water. And where all these little nubs are, it's finally growing some, I think they're roots, but it's taking a while for it to grow. And then I put this little foam here. It's like a makeup sponge, and I made a little neck brace for it so that the leaves wouldn't have to touch the bottle and cause it to potentially damage itself. So, and then look what's happened. Now there's two baby ones growing. I actually don't know. Oh, now that I look at it, I do see some tiny roots maybe growing from the sides. So, there might be some hope for this little guy. This guy's so needy. It needs a lot of humidity. It grows well in like Florida, so it needs to be quite warm, which is why I moved it up into my room. And also, oh gosh, it just looks beautiful like this, propagating in a glass, like this is actually quite nice. So I actually like it like this. I might be able to save this little beauty. And I'm just noticing now with the light, there are little roots coming out from not where this old leaf used to be, but on the same node, but on the side of the trunk of the stem. So great. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited that it's actually sprouting the two little leaves up here. I hope it grows. I don't know. It's not dying, so I think that's a plus, right? That it's not dying. So yeah, one of my little things I love to do lately is just take care of these little plants. So yeah, this is the zebra plant. Best luck to the zebra plant. Now let me turn on the timer so that I remember to turn off the camera or stop recording to start a new recording, because it might die on us. And if it dies, the video clip doesn't save. So that would be quite unfortunate, really. There's a van outside. So now there's a plane outside. But that's okay. We're just going to move on to my next little propagations. Propagations are so fun. Okay, so I've been posting a lot on Instagram my lovely spider plant. If you follow me, it's just HANDMADE ASMR. And that spider plant I received, or I bought from grocery outlet in January. And since I've had it, and I put it in a tiny bigger pot because it was root bound, it grew this big. And not only that, it gave me the little gift of a spider plant baby. And that made me very happy. So I was growing that baby for a while until I noticed that along the stem there's also another little spider plant baby growing. So I said, hey, I think it's time. And I went ahead and cut the spider baby. Look at this cute little baby. It came from the big tree on a stem like this. Actually, part of the stem is still here. I just cut it and put it in some water. I like this because it looks like a nice little pineapple. And if you guys could see, I just did this last week. There is a tiny stem finally growing. So this growth, this is about 8 millimeters of growth, occurred in the last 7 days, plus another root under there growing. There's 2 roots now. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, let's move this further in. I really love the way this plant looks, especially in its big form, but right now it just looks like a nice little, you can see my bigger, a nice little pineapple head. It's like a little pineapple crown. But I've never propagated any of these really, but especially this spider plant baby before, and I've seen so many other people do it, so I'm just so excited for it. And it looks, these propagations look really pretty on my desk. Let me show you. Give me a quick look how it looks like on the desk. So if we could just slightly turn everything. Look at it. They're just kind of there. They just make my vanity desk look so gorgeous. I love it. It just makes the place look so alive. And so yeah. So that one there is a newbie. If you guys also watch my Instagram video, and I'll probably do a video here as well, just so you can see, but I've been growing this Tradescantia Nanook propagation from a big one. Well, it was about 2 stems this long that I received for Valentine's Day. It came in the mail, and I decided, why not make more of it? So I heard it was really easy to cut, so I cut the tops and another piece of stem, and I put it in water, and that one actually rooted quite quickly, so quickly that now I was able to put her in her own little pot. So look how beautiful this plant is, you guys. This is a Tradescantia Nanook, and it was first bred in, I want to say, like Netherlands or something there. And I put her in this pot. This is a propagation, so it was in a jar, and I could see the roots grow about a week and a half ago. And now I can tell it's growing. The stem itself is growing, and the stem on top, or the leaf on top, is another leaf coming out. So excited to make tons of this. Apparently this is really nice to like hang as well. So if I do that, I will put her in a lightweight pot, because this pot is made of clay, so it's really heavy. But she makes a great hanging plant. So once she really grows to her full potential, she's gonna grow and trail. I'll probably cut more to propagate more and make her look more bushy. But also I want to see her growing, because look at her leaves. They're so precious. They're like pink and green. And I just love taking care of her. I've loved watching her grow. Her original mother stick plant is downstairs in the kitchen. And there's another leaf like this top leaf, that instead of propagating in water, which I did for her, I just put straight in the soil. And I think that one's doing okay. I'm like tugging on it and it's not moving, so it must have grown some root systems. But not as well as this one, but I think it'll be fine. It's growing too. So yeah, I just put in this beautiful marine colored pot with some white stones inside, because I like the look of that, and I'm so happy to see her have a very successful life. So yeah, this is my other propagation. I put in a pot, and then let me just show you another propagation in a little container. I love these little water propagations. They make me so happy. I'm sorry, I just noticed that I don't have a foam cover for the microphone, so there might be a lot of heavy breathing that I have to cut out, unfortunately. Oh man, it's gonna be so much more work for me. So I have successfully propagated tons of these now, you guys. The first time I propagate them, this is a Pothos, by the way. I think this is the golden Pothos. I was propagating them in January, and because it was so cold, it took at least a month and a half for the first roots to sprout and then just grow viciously. So those I've put in a pot up there and 2 pots downstairs. This one I picked recently from my sister's Pothos, which was about 2 weeks ago, and because it's warmer now and warmer upstairs, the roots already started to show. Let me show you. See the little root there? Oh, it's a white dot at that end there. Yeah, so it started to show. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to the other pot that I have downstairs, where I put the propagations already in soil, because it looks kind of bald. There's only 3 stems sticking out. So I'll put this in there too. But I absolutely just love watching these, and having these on my table is just really cheered me up and made me so happy. So I absolutely love this. So let's put this here. I have 3 more plants I want to show you. This one is my Ficus Benji that I got recently. This was a gift, and I love plants, and another name for him is a weeping fig. Now, I had a weeping fig a long time ago when I had previously made another plant video, which I'll link down below. But it weeped. It didn't make it. It lost all its leaves. And I think it's because it didn't have enough sunlight where I put it, potentially. So now he seems very happy. This plant's called Benji. I'm gonna name him Benji. And it looks like I'm seeing a lot of new leaves growing everywhere. Although the soil's getting dry, so I think it's time to water him. It rained outside, so I put him outside yesterday to give a nice shower. Did that for all of my plants, and it was really, really nice. But yeah, so this is Benji. I love him. I think pretty soon I will have to put him in a bigger container. I'll probably do it within this week or next week. But yeah, this is my ficus. I have also another ficus behind me, which I'll show you in a second. But first, let's put him back. I will show you my other plant propagation. So you can't see, but I have my Fiddle Leaf Fig right next to you. So let me show you right now. Right here we have. Here he is. We have Figgy. I put some cinnamon in his pot because it's getting some gnats. But now I want to show you what I did propagate. And I remember I cut this March 4 because this is when I had a dinner with all my friends. And after work that afternoon, I decided I wanted to cut my fig down. My fig had 4 stems, and so I was like, let me separate it. Turns out all of the stems of my Fiddle Leaf Fig came from the same stem. They're all branches from the same stem. So I couldn't actually separate the roots. So I decided to cut the other 3 stems and make single stem Fiddle Leaf Fig propagations out of them. And I'm just praying that they're happy. Normal Fiddle Leaf Fig is just kind of sitting here. I can't tell if he's happy or upset with me, because the leaves are, some are up and some are down, and he's fairly young, like half of his stem is still green, so he's a baby. So I'm just trying not to annoy him too much. But what I did is here's one of the propagations, and actually I'm so excited to make this video. So March 4, that's about a month ago, a little less than a month ago, finally we have 2 roots growing. 2 baby roots. I don't know if you can see right there and right there. And all these other white dots could potentially become roots. I don't know for sure, but I do know for sure that it has 2 baby roots. So once there's more roots, and they're about maybe 2, 3, 4 inches long, I will put her in a pot. So I literally just made another plant from the mama Fiddle Leaf Fig. So I'm very happy with her. Or him, her, him. I don't know. But yeah. Like, I couldn't even tell if these were going to survive or not. So I just gave it a try. And it looks really pretty. Like I said here on my vanity. So put that there. Now on my desk I have one last plant. And this one is my Anthurium, which I also got for Valentine's Day. And as you can tell, she's not doing so hot actually. I guess I must have overwatered her. But I was so confused because when I first got her, her soil was packed and she looked moist, so I didn't water her for a while. But then the leaves were turning brown, so I was like, oh, okay. And then I watered her, and then her leaves started turning yellow. I was like, oh, am I overwatering her? I don't know. So I repotted her, I put some fresh soil, and I cut out a lot of the dead stuff. But hey, we're just focusing on growth. Some of these died, but we do have some new growths here. I had to cut out the other Anthuriums. They died. and I couldn't figure out where to put her actually, so I couldn't tell if she would be in good direct light downstairs or the bathroom, which I had her in. She didn't like that. There is light there, but she didn't like that. So I decided yesterday we're gonna put her here where she has bright indirect light on my mirror or on my vanity, and I'll try. Hopefully she'll be happier now. I'm sad that she's got a little yellow, but if you look at it, it's just a nice style until she grows happy again. And I'll put a little fertilizer in her. So yeah, but she came in this cute little Target stand with a little hole in the bottom. There's a little hole in the bottom. It was $5. I love it so much. So yeah. Yay! Okay. So, I do have some other plants to show you. They're further down this way, so come on down. So this is the Ficus Taniki, or rubber plant, and believe it or not, I've had her for a very long time. During my first not plant craze, but my previous room had been freshly painted 2017, and it smelled so much of paint that it kind of had me starting. It was one of the reasons why I started buying indoor plants, so that my room would be a little bit more filtered from like VOCs and stuff like that. And the air and the paint and the mattress I got really smelled. It made me really dizzy. So this was one of the first plants I got, and she's doing pretty well. It's still fairly new. Like the trunk here is brown and the trunk up here is pretty green. She's actually pretty happy for all that she's been through. She's seen some neglect too. I mean, there is some dryness here and some dryness on these leaves. So I'm just hoping that she'll, or he, I don't know, he'll like it better. Next to my vanity, it's bright light and away from the drafts. So here's this one, and then my last two plants I'll show you. They are my Dracaena marginatas. Okay, so these babies are definitely in my previous plant video that I made back in 2017, and the only difference is they used to be in the same plant container together. So they used to be like this, and I decided to separate them. I was like, you know what, you gotta grow. You need to grow. You need to be in your own pot. So I put them in separate pots. Now I did a little test, and it was actually unfair to one of them. This one I kept in my room, which was, I guess, a little warmer, and maybe had a little bit more light. And this one was downstairs, so it was cooler and further away from the window. And I just must have forgot about him because he was very upset with me. He had a little attitude with me, and all his leaves turned yellow, and he died on me. Like, this little trunk here only has one leaf. Like, every day a leaf would turn yellow on me and die. But you know what? Like I said, we're gonna focus on the growth. So look at all these fresh new leaves it actually has in the middle. There's a lot of fresh growth. If you guys are wondering what's this orange stuff on my soil, it's just cinnamon to prevent fungus gnats. But yeah, and now that they're separate from each other, I can't imagine that I had them in like the same pot, because they're just so big. And I really do feel that since I've separated them, which was about like a month or two ago, almost, it's definitely in February, where I was going plant crazy and repotting everything, that they really did flourish and grow. Granted, they lost some yellowing leaves. I think this one's pretty upset with me. But I feel like in general they grew so much that I can't imagine that they were in the same tiny pot together, literally close quarters like this. So, but yeah, so they're happy there. And a couple more plants to show you guys. I can't believe we're almost done with this cool little plant tour. Okay, so let me get it. It is my snake plant. Oh my gosh, I have some wonderful news for you guys, which I did not see until now. So, this snake plant, and I want to say I rescued her from Safeway because, well, they had like little fungus spots on it, which is why I separated these into 2 pots. And then some leaves I had to cut because they had the blight or the fungus or something, so I cut those and I put them in a glass to repropagate them. And currently they're not growing yet, but, and I just saw this now, I barely pay attention to the snake plants because they're so wonderful at not having so many needs. But look, you guys, I don't know if you can tell, they're growing. They're just poking out some new growth. I'm like, oh my god, I just saw this now. We're sharing this moment together. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this makes me so happy. Yay. So maybe this will be the same situation for its other half, where I put in another pot. Maybe they're growing as well in those rhizomes. So literally, yeah, I barely water him. And I don't know what else to say. I'm just so happy to see that. I guess I'm doing the best I'm doing, and now there's some growth. I really want all of my snake plants to grow. I love how they're so pretty. They're like little swords, but healthy and green and lush. All the green here has just made me so happy. It's definitely just unbelievable. But I did want to just bring your attention to that plant over there. Yeah, so she's that tall. I'm so happy with her because I said to myself, we need something in this corner to brighten up the corner without adding more furniture. And so I go to like Walmart and Home Depot, and she was on sale, $14, and I said to myself, oh my gosh, like, you know, like you get what you ask for. And so I took her. It was on sale because I guess the container is broken, but now they're all 14. I went and checked and they're all 14, and she just kept telling me how lucky I was. And I think so. Her name is Pam. She's graced the corner. She's provided so much wonderful air, and I've just watered her, and I feel like every time I water her, it smells so tropical and fresh here. But yeah, she's a palm tree. But yeah, I guess I can just show you one of my propagations up there. So there's one up there that's just kind of growing. And yeah, that's it for all my plant stuff. So I just wanted to show you and do a little chit chat. I don't know how long I've been talking for, but I hope that this ramble video kind of relaxed you and made you a little happy, and maybe consider nurturing and rescuing some plants of your own. It's kind of nice to see when you bring plants in that they become very happy. Like that one looked like she was dying, so I watered her and she's happier now. I cleaned every one of her leaves. That snake plant over there had fungus, and now he's growing. It just makes me very happy to see things grow and be happy. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. It was so nice to talk to you and catch up with you, and thank you for being here. And I hope you like the sounds outside. And yeah. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting Thank you so much, you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you very soon.